Loved that debate last week. I'm sure you did too. It has turned the race on its head. Even with the rigged polls that we have, they all have Romney now moving from a narrow defeat into a narrow victory. Now, in fact, it's not a narrow victory. It's a significant victory. It's a major victory because the polls, as I've explained, have far too many Democrats in them, far too few Republicans, and too many of each of the ethnic groups that Obama carries overwhelmingly, and too few elderly, who Romney carries overwhelmingly. But be that as it may, Rasmussen, who's the best of the polls, has had Obama ahead until the debate, and now Romney is surging into the lead. It looks like he's surging more each day, but that's just because Rasmussen uses a 5-day rolling average. So today is the first day that you're actually getting polls that are entirely post-debate, and you can see the surge in Romney's numbers. Even Gallup has him surging, and all of the single-state polling has him up. They have him ahead in Ohio, ahead in Virginia, ahead in Florida, just about tied in Wisconsin, catching up in New Jersey, catching up in Pennsylvania. My own personal judgment is that Romney may carry all of those states that I named, maybe not New Jersey, but he has a solid shot at both Jersey and Connecticut. So the dimensions of his triumph are unbelievable. And I think that that's likely to continue. I think in the VP debate coming up on Thursday, by the way, I suggest they change the format of that debate. I don't think they should have Ryan against Biden. I think they should have Biden against Biden, because who could articulate better than Biden how the middle class has been crushed in the last 4 years under his own administration? But I think Romney will do very well. I'd pay admission to watch that debate. And by the way, if you watch it, click on to dickmorris.com. I'll be posting comments throughout the debate. And I think that Romney will do very well in the second and third debate. There's kind of a media conspiracy out there now to say that why was Obama so bad? That's how they can avoid saying why was Romney so good. And the illusion is that if somehow Obama debates at a lower altitude, Al Gore said it was the altitude in Denver. He's always blaming climate conditions. But there's a thing that if only Obama got his act together, he'd do better. The fact of the matter is that Mitt Romney really showed himself to be the Reagan-esque figure that he is, and the incredible communicator that he is, with the mastery of facts and an easy ability to explain them. I think that there are several solid things that happened in that debate that have emerged in the last few days. First of all, Obama conceded that there is no difference between Romney and he on Social Security or on people currently on Medicare or those within 10 years of retirement. That was very significant because that means all the Obama scare ads aren't going to be effective. Secondly, Romney was able to really score and bring these death panels, this 15-man federal board that's going to decide what medical care the elderly can get and save $716 billion doing it, was able to bring that into focus and make that a huge issue in the election. I also think Romney really explained that a tax increase on, quote, rich people, people making more than $250,000 a year, is a tax increase on small businesses. Because from the last 20 years, small businesses have not paid corporate taxes, they've paid individual taxes on their business. And that when you raise their top bracket, you're raising the rates on the people who employ 50% of the American people. Very effective point. And finally, I think that Obama's failure to bring up the 47% charge or the tax return issue or the Cayman Islands or any of those issues shows that he really doesn't want to say those to Romney's face. He's afraid Romney will jam it down his throat by presenting the real facts about those investments, and I think very effectively so. So I think that Romney was prepared for that, but I think Obama's failure to raise it is almost conceding the ground, which he spent $200 million trying to fortify in the advertisements he's done leading up to the election. So I think this is a debate win that will keep on giving. Now, today's a very important day for Eileen and for me. Our new book comes out, and it might be the most important book we've ever written because it's the most prescient and I think warns of the most significant danger. It's entitled Here Come the Black Helicopters, UN Global Governance and the Loss of Freedom. We don't literally mean UN helicopters are going to take over the country, but it's a nice metaphor. What we warn of in this book is that there is a global effort coming, led by Barack Obama, to impose taxes throughout the world, imposed and administered by the United Nations. Forget foreign aid. That won't work anymore. What will happen is it'll be taken out of our hand. And every time you buy a pack of cigarettes, you'll be paying a tax, sell a stock or a bond, change money, pump oil from an offshore oil rig, fly an airplane into Europe, there'll be a carbon tax imposed upon it, a billionaire's tax that will lead to a global income tax, a global environmental protection administration that will take money from the U.S. and give it to the other nations of the world. That's coming soon to this country. That is Obama's second-term agenda. And a lot of it is going to be in treaties that he's going to sign after he loses the election and jam through the Senate, which is still controlled by the Democrats, before the Republicans can take over in January. And when treaties are concerned, the House has no role in it at all. In addition to the tax treaties, there'll be UN control of the Internet, total control of the Internet by the United Nations, and in effect by Russia and China. Refusing to let us declare war unless the Security Council approves of it, banning outer space defensive weapons. It's a horrific potpourri of legislation and orders that he's planning. So you can get Here Come the Black Helicopters at Amazon.com, BarnesandNobles.com, and if you order it through DickMorris.com and you click on a link, I'll send you a signed bookplate you can put into the book. But believe me, we have no idea what's about to hit us, and this book explains it. Thanks for watching.